Good day to you one and all, it is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again, my YouTube channel. Today I'm talking about Viagra Boys. I've been asked to react to a song that they've got that's called Punk Rock Loser. Let me tell you some facts about Viagra Boys. I hadn't heard of them before today. Here we go. They're a Swedish post-punk band from Stockholm, formed in 2015. They've made 3 albums in that time. In 2019, they won the Independent Music Companies Association Album of the Year Award for Streetworms. Great album title, actually. So let's watch this video. I'll do this theme tune first. Justin Hawkins rides again. It's cowboy themed. That's why I'm wearing all this garb. Now, how does one put on headphones when the cow is the... Because the cowboy... Oh, yeah, well, that's it. Actually, yeah, that is it. You just fold it up. Simple. Okay, there's 2 really clear guitar parts. So there's a guitar part that's going... Something like, what is it? Yeah. So like the one, I think the bass is going like. There's a sort of subtle riff in one of the corners of the, you know, stereo images doing something like. Something like that. So yeah, it sounds filthy, but the production's got like little bits in it that just pop out at you, that sort of reveal a secret poshness. But the meat and potatoes of it, like the drums are super saturated. It's a really distorted bass sound, played all sloppy. But then you've got these guys in the sneaking around doing, you know, some pretty cool riffery in the background. Yes, he's going. Yeah, and the key of it's A minor, I think. And then the bass is like. It's really good arrangement, super simple.
And I'm rocking a little gold chain that ain't real gold. I told you, yeah, it's fucking fake. Yes, man.
So it's got a little gold chain that's fucking fake. That's one of my favourite things about the Goldie looking chain was how they were talking about like they used to wear leisure suits, which was what they were calling a tracksuit. And then like a chunky gold chain, but it wasn't real gold. Like so,
rap is more deadly than f***ing kung fu. Guns don't kill people, blabbers do.
They're of the same, cut from the same cloth, really, same ilk. I also think that them being sort of Swedish and punky, they're a bit like the Hives in that respect. And also, I think there's more happening with the arrangement and the sort of the musicality of it. Is it's like stealth musicality where there's slightly interesting stuff happening, and but they're hiding it really well with underneath a sort of blanket of attitude. It's great, and he's really fun to watch.
Things loose, I ain't your average punk rock loser.
He's got so little grace and elegance when he's firing the gun. I don't know. This is a really fun video to watch because it's just a bit rubbish, you know, in a good way.
I'm a savage. I'm really cool.
And that last line's great.
I'm looser than a piece of low-hanging fruit.
What does that mean? I'm looser than a piece of low-hanging fruit.
I go to the function just to fuck shit up. I want you, baby.
But there's a... Did you hear that guitar part in the background?
I want you.
The reason why I knew how to play that straight away is because I sort of recognised the phrase. It's something... It's something like what happens in the B-52's Love Shack. Nothing wrong with that.
Loser, yeah, I'm a savage. I'm really cool.
Then it does this. So after all that... That's the B section. Is this? It's actually a B flat to a G minor. It's really posh stuff for what you just wouldn't expect that kind of harmonic information to be so prevalent in a song like this, really. But you can clearly hear all these elements that make it sort of just a little bit more sophisticated, I suppose, than it lets on.
I'm loose. I said I'm loose, baby.
The first part I said. So that's interesting as well, because it's like a pedal. That's called a pedal. It's like people always laugh about the one-note guitar solo. The first section of this is just that, but it's like you got to remember that what the actual song is doing is this. So that one note solo is in the context of this. It's just really nice, isn't it? It's sort of it's the minor third of the first chord. It's the fourth, the major fourth of the second chord. It's the root of the third chord. And it's the minor seventh of the fourth chord. If you play it with enough attitude, it sounds like somebody's just flying over it and not giving a fuck, but actually it's doing something quite beautiful. It's a great bit. It's a great bit of the video where they're sort of just staring at each other while this one note solo thing's happening. And then it gets the second. Sort of almost hits an E, but it's dissonant. It's somewhere between the D and an E. But I don't know. It's I don't think it being in tune was the point of that. It's an attitude-y solo. It's pretty cool. And then that drum beat there. You let her on, you're not home, you're mine, it's not your own. It sounds a little bit like Addicted to Love by Robert Palmer.
The lights are on, but you're not home. You're mine.
That open hi-hat on the one, but it only does it on every second revolution in the Viagra Boys song. So it's nearly sort of Addicted to Love, but an elongated version of Addicted to Love in the dropout after the one note solo. Actually, you know what it's reminding me of? It's actually got a little bit of the, in essence, it has a little bit of the Rock Cottage from the album Hiss by Ten Benson. One of my favourite bands, one of my favourite albums, actually. Hiss is hugely underrated. It's difficult to get hold of. I'm not sure if it's even on Spotify, but some great songs on there. Rock Cottage appeared on another Ten Benson song later, in a more sort of organic, bandy sounding way. But the production of this reminds me of Hiss a little bit, where it's sort of, you can tell it's kind of a producer and there's some electronic elements to it, and it's definitely built up in using computers and stuff, but it's still got loads of nastiness to it. So yeah, check out Rock Cottage by Ten Benson from the album Hiss. So there's a little riff in there on the synthesizer which is doing. Which is sort of like it's doing something along the lines of Hell's Bells, but not quite. And it's a synthesizer, so nothing like Hell's Bells. But you know what I'm saying. There's some touchstones within this, influentially speaking, that I would say aren't punk rock. I think there's stuff in there that's really interesting. And rock, as opposed to punk rock.
Ain't nobody tell me how to dress. I look in the mirror, say, man, you're the best.
I really love that line where he says, I look in the mirror and say, man, you're the best. That must be a good feeling.
Don't give a fuck about you, I could really care less. I ain't your average normal dude.
Brilliant bit of rubbish line dancing at the end. When I say rubbish, I mean it affectionately. It's just rubbish stuff is some of my favourite stuff. And this Viagra Boys thing has made me feel really good. I think if you're looking for something with loads of attitude and is a bit silly, stick it on.
I'm really cool, and most of all, I'm loose.
I like the way, like the last part of the video, I'm loose, and it always feels like the video stops before they've even finished the song. It's really sort of, these kind of like lo-fi production things are extra effective in a video like this, because it actually looks pretty posh, like it's well made and probably cost a few bob to achieve this Wild West vibe. Looks pretty high def and well done, really. So yeah, Viagra Boys, have a listen to that. I really enjoyed it. Justin Hawkins rides again. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and watch one of these 2 videos, and check out the Viagra Boys. Pretty good. I liked it. Nice one.